Good morning, everybody. Welcome. This is Dr. Rao. We're starting our wellness oasis. Today, we're going to talk about what is the subject this week for the world and for the nation. That this is Awareness Week. People are not aware of awareness, so they had to be reminded with a week's celebration, which is good. But once you are aware of what's going on, you're always in the awareness, right? It's not something deliberately you cultivate or you kind of bring it on from somewhere or somebody shows you. No, you are choicelessly aware all the time, but just be in that awareness. That would be really um, what is really living is, present moment living is. So the question here is the body aware of awareness, or awareness is aware of the body? Very common sense thing, right? Obviously, we are aware that we have the body, we have this. So that is fundamental, right? But we usually slip out of that awareness into our thinking mode. Either we are thinking of something that happened or something that's going to happen, either memory or imagination. But those are functions of the mind. Okay, so just to get them back from that to into choiceless awareness, that's a big deal, right, for a lot of people. That is more so now, because we have so much information coming at us all the time, and we get caught in that information, and we get caught in that yesterday memory or tomorrow's imagination, and we are always there because of that. Okay, so that's a question yourself: am my body aware of the awareness, or we are in awareness is aware of the body, right? The second one is the right one, right? We know that, but then do we really engage in that? Do we really understand that? That's the question. So that's why they were doing this awareness week. Um, Lot of people, if they are like animals, instinctive here and now, there are a lot of mental torture, mental depressions, anxieties will be thing of the past, right? So but we are not like that. Human beings have this mind that's made up of thoughts, that has got this memory of the things that happen, and we could use that properly. We could say, okay, let me learn the lesson from it and then forget about whatever that happened. Don't go live in that experience. That kind of thing is good as far as memory is concerned. But if you want to forecast, you see what is going to happen in the future, and then you have that kind of inclination towards the future. There's a whole lot of different things, right? So people who have that kind of awareness, and they are actually in awareness, they recognize and they realize that is the fundamental, and then they will go. See, some people think, I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I'm tasting, I'm touching, all the senses, right? That's when I think I'm aware. But all these senses are also working in the mind, the senses, they are working in awareness. So that's the fundamental. That's the very difficult thing for people to understand. Take, for example, you are by the lake, by the side of the lake, right? And in the lake, it is there is no wind, there is no movement of the water, and it's a clear day. So it is still and clear. So you can see the reflection of the trees, the hills, the sky, everything around that lake is seen in the lake. Now, these shadows are independently there or they are appearing there in the water. Obviously, if you are only looking at the shadow and say the shadows are real, then you are missing the point that it is the water that is reflecting the shadows, right? So, like that, our awareness is fundamental. In awareness, all our thinking happens, all our feelings happen, all our remembrance happen, all sorts of things happen because we are in that awareness, right? So that's the fundamental thing. Hi, Janet, welcome. Um,
Fine.
yeah. So I just began the talk about Awareness Week because this is something that's going on. Um, so I was asking the fundamental question: is the body is aware of awareness, or we are aware of the body, and that's why awareness is independent of the body? And in awareness everything happens. It's not the brain function through the senses, through the memories, through the imagination, but all this is happening in our choiceless awareness. So coming back to the choiceless awareness is the big deal for people do meditations, people do drugs, people do kind of go away for the vacations and all that just to escape the chatter in their mind. But if you can get up in the morning, really be in awareness for a moment and establish yourself in that present sense, in the presence itself, then whatever you do, you can be in that presence and do it. That means you don't get carried away by the thoughts into some kind of memory and live in the memory, or some kind of projection into something you are wanting to happen in the future, right? You can think about it, you can plan it, you can work for it, but understanding the present is a reality, present is alive, brings you back down here. Usually, people are focused and doing those things when they have something important or something threatening, something going to be rewarding or punishing, right? But the real focus is when you are not influenced by those rewards or punishments, but the really focused on whatever you do, then you are here and now, in present moment, in awareness. Okay. So anybody has any questions on that? You can come up and talk to me about it. So I'm also on the other channels too. So if you want, you can always come up. Okay. So this is something very valuable for us. But the people who are really get it and then stay in it in that awareness mode, then they have a mind that is being used and then kind of given a rest. Then you don't need any meditation. But if you are always lost in the thoughts, you're lost it on in the past, the future, and you want to bring it back to the present moment, then you need to focus. Maybe if people are focusing at work because they're afraid that they will lose the job or they will lose the money and they will have problems living and all those. But that's not enjoying the work. That's not staying and then delivering the best results that you could do, right? So you want to appreciate that, and then you want to really enjoy the job because while you're doing it, if you can really understand this particular thing is really joyful for me, and then you can work better, and also you work in the sense of really doing that. Doing that itself is joyful and enjoyable, right? That's where people do work in flow because they are not really worried about the future or worried about the past, but they are just focusing on really doing something properly and then enjoying it. Like you say, you have a car. There's a beautiful car, and you have been maintaining it like new. That means you are aware of all that is happening inside and outside the car. So suppose you go on a, muddy road and the external tires and everything is really, splashed with mud, then you want to really be um, cleaning that. While cleaning it, you have the pleasure of cleaning it because you can see a beautiful car after that. Right? Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm good. I like what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think that it's as far as the car is concerned,
yeah,
I guess you'll see a car and it has lights flaring and
yeah,
it's morning and we
yeah.
don't take that seriously, then
Uh,
later on the road that car's going to break. The same thing is with our bodies. We
yeah.
have to take care of
Yeah,
it,
true,
take
true.
care of it right away so it doesn't become something very serious later on. I
Yeah,
think it's about what we're feeling, how we're thinking.
yeah,
It all goes hand in hand. And unless you're aware of that,
yeah,
you have so many problems, and then you're looking at yourself saying, how did this happen? Because you
yeah.
had warning signs way back there, and you
Hmm.
didn't pay attention to it, and
True,
now there's a problem. You
true.
have to pay attention when you feel something or hear something or think something
Yeah,
to take care of it right then and
yeah.
there.
Now I'm talking about the quality with which we approach the cleaning. We approach with love and affection for the vehicle that you enjoy, and then you are cleaning it with enjoyment, and that act itself is good for you because you are really getting a lot of pleasure out of it too. That is the flow being where you don't have to think much, but you just do the job in flow, and that's why you feel relaxed after washing that. You may be physically tired a little bit, but generally you feel very good after you doing dishes or whatever we do. We enjoy keeping the apartment clean, something like that. I found that very rewarding when I was alone by myself in Chicago. Every Saturday, I used to clean the apartment and my car too. Both of them. And that was such a enjoyable experience in the sun and all that. Yeah, I'm talking about what kind of awareness we bring to everything. you know that kind of present moment awareness is very much needed in this time and age, don't you think?
Yes, even with clutter. When
Yeah,
we have clutter in our apartment and we
yeah,
look at it
yeah,
and we just dismiss it,
yeah,
and then it keeps getting worse and worse and worse,
yeah,
we have to be aware that there's a problem.
yeah,
There's a problem over there. I have to take care of it so it doesn't become a bigger problem.
yeah. That's true. Yoga practice made me really be meticulous with everything without being obsessive compulsive. So whatever I do, I pay attention to each action. Like I have my table here. I have so many things here, a couple of iPads, and then my phone, my computer, and all of them. But everything is in its own order. You see, it's not a clutter they
Yeah.
have meaning why we switched on one channel or one thing like that, right? And then when they are done, immediately I get put it away, and then I get the previous look of everything is in order is right there after the use. So that kind of attention to everything makes me work very much, but without the clutter. You can have the clutter while you're doing the work, but then it is cleared right here because we are aware of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we all feel that. We all know that. That's what I'm talking about. We are choicelessly aware when we are doing some work with focus, with complete concentration. And that awareness is really what is needed in this day and age because there's so much information thrown at us and made us pay
Yeah,
attention to it. Yeah.
yeah, yes. And wherever the mind goes, the
Yeah.
body follows.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about a whole bunch of bad things, your body's going to go right to that bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's about renewing your mind and
Yeah.
renewing your thinking so
Mhm.
they don't go down that bad path.
Yeah. See, thinking is important, but you also have to learn when you should stop thinking and be quiet. you know, that is what,
Right.
yeah, it's practice for me now. I end each moment as it is happening.
Yeah. Each
And
moment.
yeah, that helps with my patients too. If I see a patient, I give complete focus, attention, concentration to the patient. After that is all done, next patient comes, I give the same thing to that patient. So in that way, it helps quite a bit that we are really aware of what is going on here. This other patient came, he would be expectantly looking at us. Are we listening or not? That kind of thing. So thanks, Mary. So I mean, we all know that what I'm talking about, but are we aware and do stuff, or are we thinking all the time? Obviously, the phenomenon of this age is that we are thinking all the time. We don't have a moment of quietness, and when we are engaged in some work where we have to do it, we have to earn our livelihood, we have to make sure that we are professional and getting the work done. That's all fine, but then we have so much junk coming at us from to be into the mind, the gossip, the political stories, the so much of TV and all that. It's not like before, like a half an hour news. It's like a 24 hours, 365 days news, and people are unconsciously absorbing a lot of things, without really being focused about what they are about, what they're in. And also, when they go on vacation, again they create so many activities. Just to let it go and relax and lie down on the beach is very little, but most of the time, oh, I have so many things I have to see here. I've paid so much money for the tickets and the hotel. Let me go and see all the activities. Now, take one activity, completely relax and enjoy, and see how the vacation feels. It kind of vacation is supposed to be recreation time. That means it has to be revamp your body and also your mind, recharge them, right? So that happens when you take it easy and then enjoy things that you are doing. So when I go to a vacation or something, I will take one thing at one day and then relaxedly go to a museum, enjoy all that they have to offer, and also have a good time talking to the family and the kids and the wife, that kind of thing, right? Relaxing is more important than just getting more information, more things to be seen. What do you say? So it's a understand what is awareness is beyond our sensory awareness, our thoughtful things and all that, but are we connected with the present? Are we connected with the nature? That's what we have to look for all the time, right? So it's a kind of being in the moment. So, present moment awareness is something that ancient people talked about, and they lived there because they didn't have to plan for some achievement outwardly, because they deliberately kept the outward life simple. They didn't associate themselves with the achievement of a lot of external things, but they wanted to keep quiet and then understand what is going on within their minds, within their hearts, deeper awareness of facts of life, nature, and all the things. So that way, they had a very simple outward life and very rich inward life. Whereas we have developed a civilization life to have a very complicated outward life and also very, very simple inward life. That's why we don't have the uh, this resilience inside to handle the life's problems. When something went out of whack, like they had natural calamities too, right? And they had a mountain in front of them that they need to climb without domestication, without all these paved pathways that we have to climb a mountain. They didn't have. They have to do it as it comes. So they have to be in the present and evaluate as they are happening the challenges in the present moment and develop that resilience to conquer that. And they did that because they lived that obstacle and overcame with their natural ability and then developed abilities as they went along. So it's important for us to cultivate the same thing now to really encounter the challenges we face. See, we face so many challenges, right? We have, problems of nightlife, problems of this alcoholism or smoking. Not everybody, but people who have them, they kind of get lost from the, this inward resilience and all. So instead of developing natural capacity, which I call inner resilience, we kind of depend on the crutches, and the crutches seem to be pretty attractive, right? So I have treated so many people that were smoking, and they always said, "This is my friend. This is my thought blocker, and where do you want to take away that?" But then when they show them what's the long term consequences of smoking, the cancer, the COPD, the difficulty breathing, all those things, right? And you get so many times your bronchitis, pneumonias, and all that. When we show them all that personal suffering because you have allowed the an habit that is not natural for you. Eating food is natural, drinking water natural, lying down and sleeping natural, but then if you don't do the natural things and sacrifice them or neglect them, then your system will lose that health and wellness, right? That's my business, right? Basically asking people to be health and well, not only when something strikes you, but before understanding, okay, this smoking is bad for me, let me not use this as a crutch for my inner turmoil or psychological inadequacy, whatever. Face the problem. Face the problem, and then you will get the resilience to face the problem, and then don't use any crutches to overcome the problem. So that is a natural way to develop ourselves, and that for that you need to be aware that you are using the smoking as a crutch. See, the awareness helps. So you don't. Nobody need to tell you, but you yourself know this doesn't agree with my system, and then you never want to smoke it. Okay, so I don't use any crutches like that, because problems come, difficulties come. Fine, I'm going to go and face them with the best abilities that I have. Otherwise, that experience, it teaches me what are the things that I need to develop or really understand and get those skills or resilience. Thereby I am better for myself. Hi, Peter. How are you? So it's a kind of important to Peter understands this because he works with people who are addicted to something or other. He himself got rid of it, and then he developed the inner resilience. So he is free of that crutches, but also he's helping other people too. The same phenomena. So to begin with, we may be really have blessed with the education, with good family, good culture, good opportunities, and all that. But some people uh, may not have that luxury sometimes, may have circumstances that kind of leads them to this, especially peer pressure when your teens is enormous, right? And then you can be like that. But now you don't have to have any peer pressure, but the information that is floating towards you is enormous, right? Information overload, we call it, because what is needed may not be that much information, but you may start something with very simple, and there we may need more information about a certain thing that you do it better, more comprehensively, because our knowledge has increased about. That's fine. But then how do you deal with it, what is coming as good data or bad data, And how do you preserve the good data and eliminate the bad data? That's one thing. How do you not to have the data is good also to be there in your mind filled up? No, use the insight from the data and they use the insight and get the thing done, then empty your mind. That is getting very difficult. But if you are to begin with, you are in the present moment awareness and using thought consciously and ending thought after it is done, after the work is done, then, but people make the mistake, grab a beer or sit in front of the TV and all that. No, don't do that. Give it a rest. Yeah, go and play, be physical, dance, enjoy music. All those things are important too. Otherwise, this you are parking the mind in a way, and then that's not good for you in the long run to accumulate all that. So what is happening now is people are having information overload and they are allowing this unconsciously to come in and they are not able to empty it. So they have brain fog and they have anxiety or depression arising from all that information only. And at night time you don't have proper sleep, so body and mind don't get repaired properly during the normal sleep because you don't have the normal sleep. You have been thinking, and that has carried into your sleep too. So you kind of maybe a couple of hours not enough sleep for you. So you need to understand where the our society has evolved into this information overload thing, and also how people are not aware but thinking and using the thought quite in a way that's not good for us. Don't think. Stop it and see what am I thinking about? Why should I be thinking this? Is that cyclical thought is what we are trying to avoid by being coming back to the present moment. Okay, so think about that. Okay, and then execute that every day. So my formula is get up in the morning, establish yourself in the present moment, and carry that presence like a perfume for the entire day. Be attentive, just be in flow, whatever you are doing. And then at the end of the day, empty whatever you have accumulated and give it a rest so that the brain can repair itself during the sleep. Body can repair itself during the sleep, right? So that's something very simple but very difficult for people to do. They can understand it simply, but the question is, are you able to do that? So if you do that every day, take these things kind of important, and then you need to pay attention. I think you are better. So that is where I'm going. I want to keep people oriented towards wellness by understanding what is disturbing us in this modern age. We have research and knowledge of where the infections are, what can we do with the cancer, what can we do with other chronic diseases, but the chronic diseases are really increasing in number quite alarmingly. Many people don't have the quality of life. They exist, they stay, but then they are maintained on medications. They don't have the vitality, joy of living, right? They can't share anything with other people. They can't go anywhere. They can't really, enjoy the movement of life, work, or whatever creativity you have. You may not be able to do that either. Suppose you are a musician, you are thrown into a nursing home. You may not be allowed to do the music like you used to do, right? That's what's happening. So being oriented towards wellness means understanding what it is to be normally well, that is our natural state. Why does this get disturbed? Our civilization, that is giving you processed food, sedentary activity, and constant engagement of your thought mind, right? So if you understand these, then you'll look for vital nutrition, not the processed food, And you look for active life, some form of exercise, or you can just move instead of sitting down for a long time. And uh, you kind of want to rest and sleep well. And then also you give a chance for the body to recover. And then last is you understand how this information is affecting your thought process, your brain, your mind, and how you are robbed of the silence of the mind, which is beautiful. Serene, calm, quiet mind. I am kind of considered a blessing that we have as human beings, but we don't go there. So I'm inviting people to go there so that they can understand what's going on here, and then they can really be oriented towards that and then enjoy their life. Okay, very simple things. If you are aware of your illnesses, go and find out why you have that illnesses. Is there any problem in your lifestyles that you could really change, and misunderstand, and that's why it is. So suppose you are an old person, they say just stay in the wheelchair and rest. No, wrong. Move as much as you can do and then extend that slowly. Okay, train yourself back to being active again. That is the correct way. Then you will be living your life. You can do, maybe you'll visit your loved ones, or maybe do some activities with the loved ones, or maybe just get out and sit in the garden and then walk around a little bit and soak the sun and be half an hour in the sun in the morning time and in the evening time. They really help you a lot. Okay, so simple things like that. Move your body and keep your mind quiet when it is not needed. Use it when it's needed, and end it and empty it after the mind is used. These are simple things, but you have to be aware of that. You have to be aware of what's going on in the illness world, what's going on in the society, what kind of diseases are neglected and allowed to flourish and then take a toll on the human well being. Diabetes. How many people know about diabetes? Everybody, almost everybody. But how many people are really understanding the relationship between diet and the diabetes? Many. But how many people are really employing it all the way? Or they are slave to their taste and they are not able to control that. That way, your blood sugar that's not supposed to be in the blood vessels is circulating around, and that causes so many problems like a heart attack, like a stroke, like a diabetic coma, and all. Do we need to have this kind of severity of diabetes with these complications? I had diabetes, but then I was kind of really conquered it. Yeah? And then I don't take any medications now. I use only the movement of my body, exercise. I was up today at around 4:45, and I did yoga for a couple of hours. So now I can sit down for a while to talk to you. And after this, I'll do my morning routine with my friends too, so that I can put them in a way that they can also enjoy that too. So that kind of thing. So it's all a question of knowing about what is going on in the health and wellness field, why we are allowing the illnesses to flourish, why we are not nipping them in the bud. That is when, if you are wellness oriented, aware person, okay, then you will be living, not you don't have to punish yourself, just a casual thing. Don't eat unless you're hungry. Eat proper natural foods, like fruits and vegetables first, then allow yourself a small thing of prepared food or processed food, whatever, and then burn it out by moving around. Functional fitness, or develop exercise program and do that, and while you're doing it, enjoy that. Enjoy the energy, enjoy the euphoria, enjoy the all the People have endorphins secreting only with the intense high impact exercise, then you will have it. Otherwise you won't have it. But then generally you feel good, right? If you, even if you get up and move, you feel good. Instead of doing 30 minutes in the morning, do 10 minutes 3 times a day. Just to moving. That itself helps you a lot. So this culture of creature comforts, culture of stationary or sedentary activity, you want to understand. You want to be aware of what is going on with this. Why should I be like that? And change it. And you have this tremendous system of entertainment. Question that. Do we need entertainment all the time? Do we need entertainment to the degree it's a mental addiction? It doesn't allow you to be calm. It doesn't allow you to go within yourself and find out who you are, all that spiritual enlightenment, everything. That is not there when you allow this sensory indulgence. That is called rati. When you indulge in any form of entertainment, that is rati. Uparati is a spiritual quality you develop to develop that inner spiritual activities, and you want to find out who you are and that kind of thing, right? For that you want to turn inward. But then when you are engaged in this rati, which is the indulgence of the senses, how can you do that? So you do all these things unconsciously, unaware, and then you come to, oh, this is so difficult to understand. No, it is difficult to understand because you made it like that, though. So come back and be aware of what's going on, and then it will be good. Okay. Hope that makes you feel some kind aware of what is the importance of this awareness week. And see how tragic this is. What you should be naturally, choicelessly aware is made into more like a something to celebrate and remember at least for a week. But I say all the time you should be aware, not just the week. But because they're celebrating awareness week, I am giving you my approach to this, okay, my understanding of this, my importance of what I give. Say, I live in PMA, present moment awareness. Awareness is always in the present, and you are aware moment to moment. Not you make a concept and then think about it. No, then you are out of the awareness into thinking. But be aware that this movement of thought is happening within you. How many people are aware that way? They are aware of the thoughts, but then they slip out of it and go into thought again, right? And they think that's natural. Is that? Or you just wake up and then you're happy and joyful within, and you are, because you woke up and you have a good new day because you are grateful that you have life for another day. That's the way present moment awareness works. Okay, check. Am I in awareness? Or am I lost in the world of what happened in my life? Or what is going to happen in my life? Am I anticipating for that? Instead of being perceptive of what is in front of me here and now. How can I deal with it? So, this is called perception based living versus thought based living. Almost all the modern world is indulging in this thought based world. And that's why there's so much of mental derangement or neurotic behavior, cyclical thinking, depression, and it is negative. When it is really running forward with a lot of worry, that is the anxiety. How many people are anxious for nothing? How many people are depressed for nothing except for the thoughts in them? They may not, they may do simple practical thing. Suppose you are depressed that you don't have something, then count the things that you have and then bring the neurohumoral change of positive hormones that really give you mood elevation, dopamine, right? So Just by being aware of what you have in your life compared to other people who don't have that. See, I was seeing a lot of these entrepreneurs in young women who are working very hard, and then who are taking care of the young children and the elderly people. Compared to that, people who are here, I was telling them, see how much you have, how much time, how much energy, how much more you have compared to that. But just because you don't have certain kind of brand of carpet or cars or all that, then you are miserable. I see that people like that here, right? So recognizing, realizing, and then make it like a gratitude learning and all that concept. Are you doing it? Are you grateful? Then real hormones, real good hormones flow to you. So in the morning when you get up, somebody said, I'm happy I'm alive. Because so many people did not get up. They passed away, right? So in that way, I'm much better off, So it's all a question of perspective you bring. Either you bring in this, what is based on what you are perceiving or what you are thinking. What you are perceiving means, are you in touch with the present moment? What's happening here and now? Okay. So we are coming 7:44. Another few minutes I'll be here, and then I'll open up uh, my morning routine here, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So, anybody wants to say anything else, come up, and in the next 10 minutes we can talk about it, and you can tell me what you think about it. How do you do it? Are you doing it or not? That kind of thing, right? So, it's all a question of understanding that, right? The important thing is, are we doing this or not, right? If we are doing it, that's fine. Okay. Okay. My friend Janet is coming. So she is my buddy in the morning routine, and I'm glad she's making progress with that. So,
Good morning.
good morning, Janet.
I'm doing I'm in Britain.
Yeah,
My mind does wander off into scenarios of what has happened or what could happen,
yeah,
but I'm able to come back to my center um and stop that a lot
yeah,
better than I ever have been able to do.
yeah,
Um, the breathing helps me tremendously when I'm out there,
yeah. That's the.
But I have a situation that I really I need some help with,
Mm,
and I have a daughter that's mentally ill,
mm,
and she lives next door to me,
mm,
and when she is having one of her breaks
mm,
or whatever, I don't know what name you want to give it, but when
mm,
she breaks from reality,
mm,
um, she sits on her front porch and just screams the most awful things,
mm,
and I hear it, you
mm,
know. And my husband is able to just completely ignore it and turn it off, and it doesn't bother him.
mm.
But it gets to me,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
and it's heartbreaking.
Mm,
It's hard,
mm,
and and it's hard to stay focused on what I need
mm.
when that's going on.
Yeah,
And so I'm hoping you might have some suggestions and ideas of
yeah,
ways that I can cope better and deal with this better
yeah,
for my own sake. And I want you to know that I'm doing better with it than I
yeah.
am because
Then,
of
yeah,
your training.
yeah.
But I still feel like there's more for me to
Mm,
get through this without
yeah.
without ruining my day.
Yeah, let's go into our practice. I will bring the experience from that. What do we do at the end of the practice? We say, I'm not just this body or mind, they are my tools. but I'm this witness consciousness, right? That's what we
Right.
practice. What does it mean? It means that life spark, that spiritual spark I have, is the witness consciousness. That is really I am as a human being. And the same thing is with the daughter. Okay, relate at the level. She has a mind that is not right, she has a body that is kind of suffering because of that and all that, but that spark, you identify with that. First of all, just do that, and then that really gives you out of that mental suffering, physical suffering that she is going through. And because you are naturally human and you are reacting with love and concern, you are feeling bad like that for her, not for yourself, you know
Right.
so
Right.
once you have that perspective, she is a human being, but she has this thing going on, maybe because of something that went wrong or something. But then at least she's alive, and some movement she's having normal, and some movement she has abnormal. So identify with the positive normal movement that she has. Okay, and then that
Yeah.
that becomes easier for you, because when she's really upset or something, she may be coming and doing it. Now now you have settled down with that being, with the seeing the suffering of the body and mind. You go and help her. See, first you have to be stable to go and help her, right? If you are
Right.
getting rattled, how can you help her? There's nothing wrong you feeling kind, loving, and affectionate towards her. Okay, but you don't have to suffer because her mind is suffering. You understand? So then you go there, and then you may be able to deep breathe with her, or you may be just sit down with her and be putting a hand around her. Whatever you can do, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Or if you say she'll settle down, then don't let that bother you. Did you get that, Janet?
I hear you. It's not as easy as it
Yeah.
sounds.
No, no, it is not easy. Nobody said it is easy. But,
Yeah.
this is what you want to understand first, and then live it slowly. See, as you live it slowly, it becomes easier. Okay, but if you make it only the concept, you will never be able to do it. But if you do it in the beginning, it's going to be appearing like a tough thing. But once you break through that, then you will be able to do that. And that movement of compassion, movement of consideration, movement of love and affection for her will in turn heal you. That is the important thing, Janet. Okay, so and engage in this positive behavior towards her by really understanding this is what I could do. I'm happy she's here. I'm happy. I'm not really happy because she is having these movements when her mind is disturbed and she is expressing. At the time, she may not want to listen to anything, but she wants acts of kindness done to her without lectures and anything. Putting your hand on the shoulder or giving her a hug and then smiling at her, and whatever works at that moment, or giving some water for her. All these things we do for the patients. See, when they come crying to me, they really come crying to me, and then they can't stop it, and they're there. I let them be, take a moment, but I'm right there, sitting down by the next to them in their bed, and then putting my hand on their shoulder, and really expressing them, I'm here, you know and then I'm here really. And then they feel comfort from that, and then we could take them and give them some tools that they can handle their own, whatever the situation is. Different tools for different things, right? But then when they are emotionally upset or mentally really not in order, and the whole thing is coming from within them, let them express. Don't judge on them, but let them express and be there as a human being. I hope I made it clear, Janet. But you can always call me privately too. You can call me anytime. So I will talk to you, and then we will go and strategize this. And then, first of all, how can you be stable without getting that emotional turmoil? Then, how can you give that stability to her? Because something is crying out from her, something like a inward inadequacy, whatever she feels, it's a kind of uncontrollable from within her that's coming through. At that time, if they feel some kind of support, either tactically, or you can touch her, or you can smile her, I can do something that is kind of kindness for that she can realize. Because if she is able to normal intelligence understand and do it, that is a different matter. You can talk to them and then educate them, make them aware and all that. But then when the person is really overwhelmed with some physical problem or mental problem or something is there, that is when you have to be healing, not preaching at the time, and then they will be able to remember that, Actually, that is the healing. The act of random act of kindness is very healing for both the person giving the kindness and the person receiving the kindness, right? So I hope that helps, Janet. Um, So we are nearing the top of the hour, and this is the hour when we get on the exercise and do our morning routine, which has got we stretch and breathe and keep our mind here and now. Now you understand why we want to keep our mind here and now and be in awareness. So my morning hour is exercise in awareness, in the sense you will be aware, you will be starting the exercise like that, and then if the thought takes off and then awareness goes to the background, you bring back the thought to the center, to the breathing, your presence, so that thoughts won't go away all over from the place what you are doing. So that is the exercise of an awareness during the morning hour. That is done automatically all hour, and then taking it like a perfume to the rest of the day. So we do the stretching and breathing in the same spirit. When we are stretched, we are aware of what is going on with our body. When we take deep breath, we are aware of the breath coming in and out of our nose, and also the energy we feel that too. And then deep breathing makes the thoughts go down. So it helps that way too. Then you are deliberately being here and now with your awareness, and then that's why I don't engage in any conversation during the hour. I just do them. I make people do with me so that they can get the benefit of physical, respiratory, and mental benefits, and also establish themselves in the presence. And the other thing you can do is any thoughts come, treat them like objects. Okay, don't indulge. That is a fashionable thing this way, either they indulge in the thoughts that come up, or they suppress them. Don't do either of them. Okay, just observe them, witness them. That is the witness conscious that you are, that you assert at the end of the exercise too. So we do four things: stretch your body, breathe deep, and keep your mind here and now. And then you observe the thoughts. In those four you do actually during the hour all the time. And then you cultivate an attitude of not to react easily. Take a break whenever you have had an occasion where you will be reacting. Just pause, take deep breath, and allow your better intellect to come through. Prefrontal cortex, okay, not the limbic cortex. And then you want to approach in a service attitude. What can I do rather than what can I get? That is what the current society teaches us, right? Vast majority. Now ask what is that I can do rather than what I can get. That is the service in anything. And then finally, if you lose or if you win, treat it the same. If you can do the same, then you are not really upset. You don't have that emotional turmoil. If you lose, okay, take it and then easy, and then say, what is that I can learn from this failure? And then That becomes a win. And then that way you can be all the time winning, but not necessarily that winning is the only thing. Okay, life is experiencing, failing, and then improving and going on. Okay, so this cultural conditioning of always winning is not right. Even the animal also, it runs and it falls and it runs, it falls, it develops its uh, strength, right? Okay, I'm going to start my whoever wherever they are, they can join me. Otherwise, you can take off too. It's up to you. But be aware. This is the week of awareness, right? At least this week, be aware, and then carry it on to the rest of the weeks. Okay. All right. I'm going to start to be doing your preliminary breathing. So I'm still sitting on a stool, so my spine is automatically straight. Okay, and now keep your feet down on the floor, and we're going to start breathing now. Okay, this is our Bastrika, very simple breathing. For this, you keep the spine straight, and then you take deep breath through the nose and breathe out through the nose. Breathe in for a count of 7, and as the breath goes in, keep the abdominal wall raising. Okay, and then as you breathe out, abdominal wall goes towards your spine. Okay, so those things are important. Empty stomach, tall erect spine posture, and moving the abdominal wall with the breath. Okay, and now be here and now. As the how you keep that mind here and now, be attention to the touch of the air through the nose, in and out, and also be aware of what's happening within your body. You can do this contact in the present moment, then you engage your mind to be here. That is the exercise of awareness. If it goes away from that, bring it back. Okay, let's start. 8 times. First, take deep breath in, hold it, abdominal wall raised, and now breathe out, abdominal wall going towards the spine. Okay, that is one. As I complete, I say the number. 2, 3, 4. Right? Now we're going to do 4 more. 2 more left. Last one. Okay? That is uh, our simple Bastrika breathing. Do this on an empty stomach every day. Okay? Before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner. Okay? And now we're going to do the second variety of breathing exercise, that we do all the time here in the preliminary breathing. You can do this anytime at your place or at your office or home office, wherever you're working. Raise both the palms up and then elbows extended up so that you will feel that arms are extended above your head as you take a deep breath in, and do that. After that, then you bring them down sharply, you breathe out. This is called Vegani in Sanskrit. Okay? That means you do it quickly, but several times a day. That helps. Okay. Raise both palms above your head all the way up, extending the shoulders, the elbows, and then breathe out and bring it down. quickly we did 10 times like that. Okay? Very simple, but you do this 3 or 4 times a day, you will quickly rev up your respiratory rate and also energy too. And now we're going to do the deep diaphragmatic breathing where you sit straight and then also you clasp your both your hands and keep them under the chin. And as the elbows are bent to the side, you elevate them to the side all the way above the shoulders. And as the head falls back, you take deep breath in. And now, as the breath comes out, both the elbows come and join together in the front. Open your mouth and say whisper the word ah. 2 times. Done. 3, 4, 5. 2 more left. Last time. Okay? It is as simple as that. Okay? This is a deep diaphragmatic breathing, opens the epiphysis of the lungs and also bottom lobes of the diaphragm going down. Okay, that's why it's a very deep diaphragmatic breathing. Now we're going to do few exercises before we embark on the formal breathing exercise too. For this, I think I will stand up and do the uh, exercises, and then we'll come back to the stool again for doing the exercises. I mean, the meditation or breathing and all that. Okay. Okay. Let me push the stool away and step back, and then I hope you can see me standing now. And I'm in my study, so you can see me, I hope. And then keep both your feet together and make sure your toes, soles, and the heels are clutching the ground. Okay, and then your shoulders are squared. Actually, you pull up your kneecaps and tuck in the buttocks, tuck in the lower abdomen, and shoulders are squared, and both hands are pointing down. This is samasthiti. Now raise both hands to the side and stretch, extend. Okay, and then turn the palm upward, elbows extended, palms upward. Now bring them together all the way in the middle above your head with the thumbs clutching each other and rest of the fingers are touching each other, and extend your elbows to the sky. That's the way you stretch from the legs. And now stretch to the right side by pushing the left foot into the ground. Stay there and have 5 breaths there. How you keep your mind here and now? By focusing on the breath and focusing on the sensations you feel in the body. Now extend the elbows again to the sky, and this time to the left. It's a stretching pose, not a bending pose really. And push your right foot into the ground as you stretch to the left side. Come to the center and lean back with the hands, elbows, shoulders, head and neck to the back. As you push both your feet front, come to the center and bring the hands down, down, down towards the knees. and then bend forward at the lower lumbar spine as you take your hands to the knees first, and then bend forward and take the hands below the knees towards the ankles as low as you can without bending the knees. Come up, one vertebrae at a time. Okay. Now keep both your feet wide apart. Okay. Now we'll do some of the spinal bands which you could do. First, get your hands clasped together and show them to the camera. Okay, and then elevate them above your head, way above your elbows straight. And now twist to the left, the torso, and then twist the head over the left shoulder to the back. And come to the center and stretch the ceiling again and twist the body to the right and head over the right shoulder to the back. Come to the center and lean back. Lean back. Come to the center and bring the hands down, down. All the way. Go down towards the feet with the hands. Keep your knees straight as much as possible. And come up and release the hands. And now relax with 3 deep breaths. Remember, yoga is done in stable, comfortable position and enjoying it, feeling the stretches and feeling the energy coming in. Okay, that's what happens if you do proper yoga. Okay, one together, your body, mind, and heart, everything is together. Okay, and now we're going to go and do the other spinal twist where you put your right hand on the left shoulder and left hand on the right shoulder and stretch to the ceiling, and now turn the body to the left and turn the head over the left shoulder to the back. Come to the center, do the same on the other side. Turn the body to the left first. Come to the center and bend forward all the way. And come up and bend back and come down. Okay, that is bending spine up and back and to the side and all that. Okay, and now once you wake you up by bending the spine like that, let's do some stretches. Show me the left hand to the camera. Extend your elbow so that the palm is up, fingers are up, and you can see that. The left hand is like that. Now take the right hand and pull the fingers of the left hand towards you by bending at the wrist. Fingers and wrist, everything is bent backward. Now release and let the left hand go down, pointing fingers down, and then pull it towards you with the right hand. Do the same on the right hand. Show the right hand, palm facing the camera, then pull the right hand fingers and the wrist towards you with the left hand. Do the same, pointing it down and pulling the right hand with the left hand towards you. Now hold on to the left wrist with the right hand, elevate the elbow above your head like this and pull it towards the right shoulder. And come to the other side. And hold on to the left elbow and push it towards the right shoulder. Do the same on the other side. And release. Place your left hand on the left shoulder and push up the left elbow from bottom up with the right hand. Come down and do the same on the right side. Go down and now you kind of clasp your hands behind your back, and as you show the palms to the back and then elbows extended, you bend forward at the lower lumbar spine, let the head fall down with the gravity towards the floor as low as you can without bending the knees, and lift the hands up in the back. Come down and release. Now raise both hands to the side. Point the fingers away from you. And then using the fingers and draw a circle away from you, full circle, shoulders rotating with the fingers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop and go in the reverse direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower that and take 3 deep breaths. Now raise hands to the front, elbows straight, palms facing each other and at the shoulder level. Now turn the palm outward and pretend as you are swimming in the water and pushing the water away so that the scapula in the back are coming together and crushing a imagined pencil between them. And stay there for a few breaths. Now release and come back to the original position in the front, both palms facing each other. And now elevate them above the shoulder and turn the palms outward and do the same movement again. Swim. Bring the scapulas together and crushing the pencil between them. And come back and elevate for the last time some more above the shoulder and do the same movement again. And come down. Okay, there you are. Now we're going to do backward bend and forward bend. You see, put your both hands on the hips. All the four fingers in the front, thumbs are in the back facing each other. Okay? And now bend your head and neck to the back, upper chest also. Come to the front and bend forward at the lower lumbar spine and let the head fall to the ground without bending your knees. Come up. Now let's do few asanas before we go to our breathing. Okay, let's first start with the chair. Keep your both feet 6 inches apart and raise both hands to the front, palms facing down to the floor and elbows straight and away from you and shoulders are relaxed. And now bend both your knees and pretend you are sitting on an imaginary chair and stay there for 10 breaths. Go as low as you can. Now raise your heels up and stay on the toes and bend your knees and sit down again on that imaginary chair. This time on the toes. Both your heels are up. 5 breaths here. Lower the heels down and come up. Now knees together and bend the knees and go down and stay there 5 breaths. And lower your hands down and take 3 deep relaxing breaths. As you take the deep relaxing breaths, it's an occasion to bring back your mind should it have traveled somewhere else. And also, any thoughts come up, treat them like objects, like a cloud in the sky. Okay? Let them come and go. Don't suppress them or don't indulge them. Okay? And now let's do 3 bird poses. Okay, first one is the eagle pose. Stand on the right foot firmly. The whole foot is into the ground. Right knee is locked. And now bring up the left foot to the right of the right foot and place it on the ground. And now bend your knees and sit down as you bring the right hand under the left hand. And release and come down. Do it on the left side. Stand on the left foot firmly. The whole foot is into the ground. Left knee is locked. Now bring up the right foot to the left of the left foot and place it on the ground. And bend your knees and sit down and left hand under the right hand. And release and come out of it. Okay, that is the Garuda, first bird pose. Now widen your stance, both feet wide apart this time. And now raise both your hands to the side, turn the palm outward, and as you ease your lower back and bring the head down, the hands go and meet in the middle, in the back. Breathing in, come up and lower the hands and bring the feet together. Okay. Now again, three deep relaxing breaths. Always come back to your comfort level. Okay. And then do anything in comfort in stable position. No pain, no anxiety, no hurry in yoga. Okay. Enjoy what you are doing. Be grateful for this moment. Okay. Okay. And now we're going to do the uh, other one where you spread your both legs wide apart, and now you bring your hands running below the knees towards the ankles. Go as near to the ankles as possible with your hands by bending your back and the lower lumbar spine to the front and letting the head fall down with gravity and come up. Okay, that is the three bird poses that we promised that we will do. And now we end up our uh, yoga asanas by doing the last two. One is the Virasana, which is a warrior pose, and then Trikonasana, triangular pose. Okay, step forward with the left foot, with the left knee bent forward. Right foot stays back and faces the right side. Right knee is straight. Now lunge forward by bending the left knee forward. Okay? And now keep both hands to the side like this and bring them to the level of shoulders. Both are facing each other. And now take them up slowly above the head and clasp them together. Index finger stays upright, rest of the fingers clasped together. And then stretch the elbows straight upward. And then lean back with your hands, elbows, shoulders, head and neck to the back. And stay there by lunging forward on the left knee. And few breaths there. Release the hands. Left goes forward, right goes backward, elbows straight, palms down, and look over the left hand with your head turned to forward. 5 breaths and withdraw the hands and come back to normal standing posture, right? Stepping forward. This time, take the left foot back and keep the right foot forward with the right knee bent forward, lunging forward, and left knee is straight here. Okay, right foot is forward. Okay, now raise both your hands on the side to the shoulder level, and then take them up and clasp together, except the index finger, and stretch the elbows to the top. Lunge forward on the right foot. Right knee is bent forward. Release and bring the right hand forward, left hand back. and withdraw. Okay, that is the warrior pose on both sides. Very demanding pose, but very good pose for to feel you better. Okay, and now step both feet to the side. Okay, and turn the right foot towards the right side and bend the right knee and lunge to the right side. Left knee straight, left foot is facing forward. Now raise both hands with the palms facing forward, elbow straight, and now twist and bring the right hand in front of the right knee, and the left hand goes and touches the left ear. And stay there for a few breaths. And bring it down, left hand, and bring up the right hand. Turn the right foot forward. This time, left foot turn to the left side. Left knee is lunging towards the left side. Right knee straight, right foot facing forward. Raise both arms, straight elbows, and then palms facing forward. Twist and bring them. The right foot is turned forward, right? And then right hand goes and touches the right ear, and left hand is in front of the left knee. Bring them back and come back to the standing posture. And we are done with our morning stretching asanas, postures. Sthira Sukham Asana. Stable, comfortable postures. That is what the physical yoga. Okay. And now do that in comfort and do that in joy, not in suffering. Okay. And now I'm going to sit down on a stool as I'm sitting. That's why my spine is automatically straight. And we're going to do serious breathing exercises now. The first three are pretty hard on the abdomen. Any form of abdominal problems, you have a recent surgery, or you have a hernia, or you have gastritis, colitis, pancreatitis, any abdominal tumor, colon tumor, or whatever. Don't do these exercises without clearing from your doctor. Okay, or DM me and I will help you. Okay, otherwise do them slowly, carefully. Okay, and what you do is sit straight, keep your spine straight, and go close your mouth. And as you breathe out through the nose, your abdominal wall goes in. That is the Kapalabhati. We do this movement like a 60 times in 1 minute. Okay, but do it as little as possible, 5 or 10. That is comfortable for you. Don't compare, don't compete yourself. Just do what your body can tolerate. Go slow. Okay, train yourself, not strain. Okay, this is the way do it. Sit straight, then breathe out as the abdominal wall goes in 1 time. Inhalation happens all automatically. Okay, maybe I did 70, but that's okay. Okay, you do whatever you can do. Okay, that is Kapalabhati. Very tough exercise, but very good for all your inner abdominal organs, both digestion and reproductive organs. Okay, Okay, and now we're going to do Agni Sara, where you're going to take a deep breath in first and breathe it out completely and hold the breath there. While holding the breath there, move the abdominal wall up and down, like 20 times I will do, but you can do 2 or 4 or 5, whatever you can do. Okay? Maybe more than 20, 30. So according to your capacity. Okay. Place your hand on the abdomen. Take a deep breath in, blow it out, hold it. Okay. That is Agnisara. It's a metabolic stimulator. Okay. Do that daily and you will have immense benefits for the weight loss also, and better digestion, better excretion and all that. Okay. Now we're going to do three bandhas. Bandhas are locks. We breathe out and lock the lower abdomen, upper abdomen, and bring the chin to the chest. Three locks. Breathing out and holding the breath and sucking this lower upper abdomen and chin to the chest. Stay there for a few seconds. Don't breathe. Breathing in, come out of it. These are the difficult ones. Okay. Now we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. Use the right hand, thumb, and the ring finger to close the right thumb to close the left ring finger. Keep your index finger and middle finger at the base of the thumb and use the thumb and the ring finger. Sit straight, close the right nostril with the thumb and take the deep breath through the left nostril. Close the mouth. Now close the left nostril with the ring finger, let go the thumb and breathe out through the open right nostril. After that, take a deep breath through the open right nostril, close it with the thumb and release the left and breathe out through the open left nostril. That is one cycle. Let's do 4 more starting with the left. Okay, there you go. That is Anlom Vilom, alternate nostril breathing, also called Nadi Shodhana. Cleans up the nadis, the nerve channels, the energy channels. Okay, and now we're going to do the after the alternate nostril breathing, we'll go to the bumblebee. Here you use all your 5 fingers. Okay, first you close your both ears with the thumbs and keep your index and middle finger on the top of the uh, forehead and close your eyes and keep the ring fingers on the closed eyes and let the little finger hang around the mouth and breathe in and out through the mouth, through the nose. I'm sorry. Keep the mouth closed, and as you breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe out, make the noise like a bumblebee. Like that. You can do as many times as you like, but this is pretty good to stabilize your parasympathetic nervous system, which acts as an antidote to your sympathetic nervous system stimulation. Very good for you. Prevent heart attacks, prevent a lot of hypertension problems, and all that. Okay. Now we're going to go to the. Well, we have done so many breathing exercises. Now we will do what is called primordial sound, which they identified as O, A, U, Ma. So we will do A, U, Ma. Uh, First, take a deep breath, open your mouth, and say Ah first. That acts on the energy channels on the abdomen. Then U, energy channels in the chest, and the Ma, energy channels in the throat. Okay, take deep breath in, and then when you breathe out, open your mouth and say the letter. First ah 5 times, then oo 5 times, then ma 5 times. Okay, that is ah 5 times, and now oo. Okay, that is O. Now the Ma. 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 Okay, so we are done with the breathing exercise also. Now we're going to go to the U of A, E, I, O, U. We are alert, awake, and aware, and we are energized. A, E, I, we have insights how our body and mind are working at this time. And we did the primordial sound O, split into three to be useful for us physiologically, mentally. And finally, we come to the U, which is the universal consciousness. It is there as awareness, which is the choiceless awareness. This is a witnessing consciousness. That is what we are. So, when you take the deep breath in, you affirm or assert that I am this conscious witness consciousness. When you breathe out, you say, I am not just this body or mind. So I don't have to be attached to them, identify with them, but use them as tools. Okay? So when you take the deep breath in, you say, Ko hum so hum. Who am I? I am this witness consciousness or awareness. When you breathe out, I'll say, I'm not deham naham. I'm deham means body mind complex. Naham means I am not. Let's do few times of this. I'll start with the Sanskrit, going to the English alternately, like 10 times we'll do altogether. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am this conscious being, witness consciousness. I am not just this body or mind, they are my tools. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am the witness consciousness. I am not just this body or mind. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am this conscious witness consciousness. I am not just this body or mind. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am the conscious being. I am not just body or mind. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am the witness consciousness. I am not just the mind or body. With that, I'm done for today. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Okay. Okay, everybody on Noom Vibe. Anybody has any questions, anything that you want to talk to me, you can come up. Otherwise, I will take leave and come back tomorrow.